I DJed my first wedding recently and I've never done one before, so I was definitely excited to see how this was going to turn out. To prepare, I watched a ton of YouTube videos and read some articles online for extra tips. I just tried to be as prepared as I could. I will say I was a little lucky because I was related to the groom, so that allowed me to be more comfortable than if I was DJing for a couple that I didn't know. So after I get dressed, I set up the equipment, very basic, 2 speakers, mixer, microphone, and 1 controller. And shout out to my Uncle Dana for letting me use his equipment. Big ups to him for holding me down. I had everything I needed, so I didn't have to rent anything, which is a big blessing. Everything worked properly, and then I tested out the microphone levels to make sure everything sounded good. I was surprised at how big the room was, because initially we had a small room, but at the last minute, the couple got upgraded to a big room. So this room had a lot of echo in it, so even with just the 2 speakers that I had, it sounded really big in there. They had the cake in the front, it was also an open bar, and there was a setup where you could take Polaroid pictures and leave them for the bride and the groom with a little message. This wedding was a little different because the wedding and the reception both took place in the same venue. So I was needed to play music for everyone to walk down to, another song for the bride to walk down, and then one more song for it's time for them to walk out after they were actually married. Now, when it comes to the DJ part, I will say this is probably one of my toughest gigs because you have so many different age groups there. So it's kind of hard to keep them all on the dance floor at the same time. The older folks are most likely not going to dance no matter what you play. They don't dance. The songs that got the most love are the songs that I never ever play in my club sets. Songs like the Cupid Shuffle, Cha-Cha Slide, YMCA, stuff like that. So I was definitely shocked when I played one more line dance. I played the Electric Slide. Now, me growing up, every wedding I've been to a bunch of them, they play the Electric Slide and it goes off and everyone dances. But when I played it, everybody cleared the floor. Like, it was like, no, like, I don't know, they didn't know the song. They just was like, no, we're not, no Electric Slide. So that was very shocking to me. It makes me feel like I'm never gonna play that song ever again. I feel like we're losing recipes or something like that, but yeah, I'm good. Another thing that I did is I asked the venue if they had a poll so we can do limbo line, and that actually did get some people on the floor. Once I had more people dancing, I tried to just keep them there. It went by really fast though, short reception. Now, these are my takeaways from this night. For one, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Like, I hear about a lot of DJs getting nervous to do weddings because there's more MCing involved, so you have to talk more, and it makes them nervous. A lot of us DJs don't like to talk on the mic or speak at all. And you know, a lot of us are introverts and we just want to play music for people. So that makes it a little more difficult when you have to, you know, make announcements and talk and try to get people on the floor. So that was definitely an adjustment for me because I'm definitely not a big talker at all. But my family being there was very helpful. And I also say, make sure you write everything down. Everyone's names, everything that needs to happen within the night, just so you're not in your mind, you forget. Write everything down to make sure that your night goes well. I'm related to the groom, so I didn't have their names down, and I wrote down and went through everyone's names. When I got to the bride and groom, for some reason I kind of like, it slipped my mind, like, why am I? And I don't know if it was like everyone was watching me and it was a big moment, and I was just like, yo, like, I almost didn't say this, but it came out really good. I said it in time. Everyone started cheering. It was crazy, but write everything down. Like, you don't want to be responsible for messing up someone's wedding, and you definitely want to practice talking in the mic and what you want to say, how you're going to say it during the event. I know for sure that if your focus is to make money DJing, weddings, corporate events, that's where the money is. So private events, birthdays, bar mitzvahs, that's what you want to focus on if you're solely want to make the most money DJing. You know, it takes a lot of work, a lot of preparation. You're there all day, but the payoff is worth it. You know, you do a couple weddings and then you meet more people, you get recommended for everyone else's wedding. You know, you can make yourself be in demand and people want you to do their wedding, and it's like, you can definitely make a good living off of it. Me personally, I definitely feel like I need more practice with weddings, but a bunch of people told me they had a great time. And my nephew and his wife were happy, so that's really all that matters. It's definitely a different vibe from clubs and bars, but it was definitely a learning experience. And if you have an interest in DJing, make sure you check out my Pitfalls of DJing video.